Friday broadcast for Chad's Money Minutes. I told you guys I've not been filming because I've been traveling, but as you can see, I have an extremely special guest. We're going to be waiting for people to come in to the room. I didn't announce it on Discord again because I always forget to do that, but I'm introducing none other than Mr. Matt Clausen. I'm going to be linking his page, his YouTube page, to the description once I stop driving, of course, because if you have been anywhere in the credit community, you already know Matt as a very, very, very informed and smart commenter who has connections to many people in the credit card community at large. But instead of me trying to muddle my way through it, I'm going to let Matt introduce himself.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, as Chad said, my name is Matt. Due to Chad himself, in one of his lives, he was the one pushing me to get started on the channel. Him and Anthony. It wasn't so much a gentle nudge. It was more a, oh, yeah, you're going to do it now. Matter of fact, why aren't you starting your channel right now while I'm live? So, yeah, we're just trying this out, seeing what we can do. So far, it's been interesting learning things from the other side. I'll say that, because editing videos was never something I learned to do.
I totally understand. I started out one-man showing it myself. So, so aside from the bullying, you know, had you ever thought about becoming a creator before?
So honestly, before that, like, Anthony was starting to nudge me, and I was thinking about it, and there were things like, oh, well, like, what if people were talking about things they'd rather see from credit cards, right? And that was sort of the inspiration of that Dear Chase, let's talk about the trifecta video. Like, I've done podcasting in the past talking about like politics and sports and things like that. So like the idea, so I like created in the past. It's just like I didn't stick to it long enough, or like other things got in the way. So, you know, hey, you should try this. I just decided after a little while to go for it.
Good.
Just see what would happen.
Good. And we're happy to have you, because I know that in the comment section, like, you're not like, you got people who are like generic commenters, and there'll be like certain things where it's just like an inclusion thing. Now, mind you, that's a whole part of community, but I noticed that you had a lot of very pointed opinions, especially about chasing the 524 rule and other policies and things that have been going on in the credit card community at large. And for me, I just thought it was a natural progression from you, because it's just like, you got the knowledge. Let's push it out there. So I'm really happy that you've become a creator. And my question to you would be like, what got you into the credit card points and miles game?
Honestly, it's just been watching you guys, because for the longest time I was taking cash back. I was just, I spend, I hit, I get back what I get back, and I can like reinvest that, or like have that as like a small sum in case I have to like cover another balance or something like that. So really, it was starting to like learn what you can do with points, where I was like, oh, that's a whole other way to think about it. And I'm only getting 2% back, so I have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to get just like a couple $100 back, right? So I would rather start looking, because I have a small child. I have player 2 involved, so it's like, oh, so like I can subsidize vacations this way. I can subsidize nice hotel stays this way. I can subsidize, being able to sit in an airplane and not have to like go looking for Spirit's price, because Spirit will be the lowest base price, but then I got to tack on every other fee. And just to make it known to everybody watching or who will watch, I'm not going to fly Spirit, guys. I'm not.
Don't do it. It's the Terra Dome.
No. I'm in the Northeast. I got JetBlue. I'm sort of safe.
So you're a JetBlue guy?
Honestly, I don't have a set airline at all. Just I've become a little bit bigger than standard seats lately, so I gotta start putting some points toward business class.
Oh, well, hey, hey,
Or
look,
economy plus.
I like larger seats myself because I have these long dancer's legs. You can't see them in the broadcast, but people think it's like I'm a snob. But economy just isn't for me. I can't do it, especially anything over 2 hours. Forget it. I'm miserable. I'm almost broken when I get out. So
Yeah.
also, are you going to be at the creator meetup in Vegas in September?
On this one, I can't get bullied, guys. This one I can't do. But let's see how this one goes for you guys. And if there's
Uh-huh.
another one, let's bookmark that one.
All right. Okay. All right. Hey, I can settle for that. I can settle for that. Now, another reason I'm super happy that you specifically are on here is because you just recently did a short about Built sending out targeted emails to certain Built members. Now, I responded to that short saying that I got the discount, I got the extra 5 points on all categories. That's the email that they sent me. Then I recently
Yep.
watched a video Ben Hedges did earlier today about how Built sent that email out in error. And some people actually got an email saying that they got the email in error, the points aren't going to be quintupled, and so on and so forth. But I never got said email. I've already tried it out with my an Amazon purchase, because they're giving me 5x on Amazon, 5x on phone and internet, and 5x on food
Mm-hmm.
delivery services only. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check my Built account and I'm gonna see if I got the 5x points for that. I spent about $60, so I should get about 300 points. But what do you think about that? And do you have, or are you thinking about getting the Built card?
To answer the second question first, do I have the build card? No, not yet. Do I want the build card? Yes, absolutely. Is it my next card? No. Is it my next card? Probably not, because of our favorite biggest bank in the world, and I want the World of Hyatt card. So I need to get in a place to get the World of Hyatt card, and then I will look at the build card. As for my thoughts on that, I think it's so. There's one of two ways that I'm thinking that they're approaching this. Either A, they're the people who just do their 5 transactions to get their rent points
Uh,
and they leave the card alone, or they are trying to market research without officially market researching new categories and
uh,
seeing what your spend would be. So, like, oh, if we did 5x on Amazon, and because if you know how powerful built points can be, why are you going to use your Amazon card? Why are you going to use the Chase Freedom Flex when it's the 5x category quarter? Why are you going to use,
yeah.
there's the Blue Cash every day that does 3% on online shopping. There's Bank of America cards that let you customize and pick your categories, and like online spend can be one of those. So like, why would you do any of that if you can get 5x points on Amazon at Built?
That that is a fair question, because I'm not gonna lie, my default Chase Amazon Prime card, I booted that out of the way and made my Built card the default, and I'm gonna keep it the default for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
So it looks like Manny Coven. I don't know if you can see the chat. Manny Covington's in the house. What's up, Manny?
Hey, Manny.
He's about the collab, and he is dropping some comments here. Let me see if, as a matter of fact, let me keep my eyes on the road because
Let
it's
me
raining.
see.
But yeah, it looks like
Live chat. There we go.
what you're saying is making perfect sense, because it's a great way to test the waters. And Built with that American Airlines, Hyatt, their points are just literally, the points came out of nowhere, and they're super valuable
Yeah.
in this.
American Airlines, they've got British Airways, because British Airways, after KLM signs up with everybody, oh, they've got Flying Blue, they've got Turkish Airlines Miles and Smiles. On the hotels, it's Hyatt, which is great, but also IHG. Like they stole both of Chase's partners on that one. But yeah, that AA Hyatt transfer partner combo is huge, especially because AA is Hyatt's like airline partner. Like when you have
Yes.
Explorer status, you can be banking AA points.
DJ
We got
Bruce Wayne, what's up?
DJ Bruce Wayne. Hey guys.
I got Matt
So
Clausen
yeah.
here. I got the
If I remember, I saw that they were doing like cap spend on that 2 months, but like for a promotional thing, cap spend makes a fair amount of sense.
yeah.
It's quarterly spend caps that annoy me, or monthly spend caps that annoy me. But that's just me, and everybody has their own, opinions in the game. So
Yeah, I
uh,
don't care for Cap Spencer, to be honest with you.
yeah, unless the cap
Because
is so high that you're never going to hit it.
yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about the effective ones. I don't. If they took the cap, let's
Mm-hmm.
say they went like this is a fair example, right? You got the Blue Cash Preferred by Amex, right?
Yep.
If for some reason they took spending cap off the Blue Cash Preferred for just groceries, that's all,
Yep.
just groceries, and let's say they in order as a compromise, they brought that down to 5%. I sincerely think without that cap, they would make more money off that $95 a year annual fee card than they would off the gold card.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
just how I feel. You know what I mean? Because even though people will get 4 points back, you'll still appeal to your greater points crowd. And then people may actually still double up and get the gold for dining out in restaurants because you can still make good money off of that. But then in addition to
Mm-hmm.
that, now instead of 4, you're getting 5% back on your BCP. But I mean, I get what the companies are doing because of people like us who like to optimize and supercharge points. So like I get ostensibly I get the point of a cap. I just don't particularly care for it. And you said something that stuck out. And that leads me to my next question is you said the built card wouldn't be your next card or your next after next. So what is your next card considering that you're trying to get to a place to get the World of Hyatt card? Or is the World of Hyatt card your proposed next card?
So I'm going one of two ways right now. We're currently after getting a Slate Edge, that put me at 624. Hilariously, Chase let me get a card, and it was their card, so why not? Um, and if you think I'm crazy for having Slate Edge, I had multiple balance transfer offers from a couple of my other cards because my cards have been open long enough where they're like, "Hey, you're not spending enough. Here's a balance transfer. Put some more money on our card." So I had like 3 of those. So I just took them to consolidate them into one payment. Um, and it's to further extend my relationship with Chase. And I have a free freedom card at some point down the line, and I can product change it. So anyway, my next card is one of 2 cards. It's either one of the Hilton cards,
Okay.
which I soft applied. I did the apply with confidence online. I got accepted for a surpass on one of your lives, but I didn't go through with it because I wasn't sure about the sub at that point. Not
Mm-hmm.
the reward, but like, oh, can I do the 3,000 and spend right now, or the 2,000 and spend right now? Now I know it's over 6 months, but like, I don't know. I should have pulled the trigger then. So it's one of the Hilton cards and then the World of Hyatt card.
Okay. That sounds good because with the Hilton cards, the Surpass, the Hilton, and the Hilton Business, those, and as you well know, the promotional period is ending July the 19th. So I would assume you're probably going to pull the trigger before then to get that free night award.
Uh, yeah, definitely to get that free night award. The plan right now, after my soft rejection, which they said was like too many recent inquiries or too many recent accounts, I'll try again around July 1st or around July 15th, one of those 2, but before the 19th so that I get that free night certificate credit.
That's awesome, man. I just got the Surpass. I'm waiting on it to come in the mail after I had to sidestep. I did a little print pop up jailbreak and did a live application, but unfortunately the video was horrible when I was in the Centurion Lounge. So I did a reshoot on it to let everybody know. But I'm looking forward. 2,000. I just did another 2,000 sub for the green card. I just came back from Vegas, so that sub's been hit. 2,000 over 6 months. I'm gonna take it low and slow and probably use the FNA for a part of my anniversary trip that I'm still planning. And FYI, Aeroplan has a 20% transfer bonus from Chase until the end of July. I think you're the one who told me.
I think so. And I did my short today was about an Avianca points bonus as well. So if you fly Star Alliance, Avianca is doing a 130, 140, or 150% bonus when you buy points.
Mm, wow.
So
So everybody
if
get your
you're,
redemptions.
yep. So if you're flying Star Alliance and Avianca's got your best redemption for you, buy some points, finish your redemption.
And there it is. From the man, the sage, Matt Clausen. I feel so good that I got the exclusive because, just like you said before, we did sort of bully you into starting your channel because it's just literally you've just been ever present on many and I personally I like small creators. Small creators such as myself, I think small creators need to stick together because I feel like inevitably once you hit a certain level, things are going to change whether you want them or not. The only thing that you can control that changes is you. You know what I mean? And most small creators don't have sponsors that they're trying to push or what have you, and they can give you a lot more, passion in the ideas and the information that they convey and give it to you from a much more centered viewpoint. So like I'm really happy to have small creators. I love pushing small creators because I just think they're fresher. Because after a while, larger creators appealing to a larger audience, they tend to get repetitive and they tend to start just making videos about the same thing just over and over again. That's why I'm sick of hearing about the CSP. As much as I love the Amex Platinum card, I rarely watch videos about it. You know what I mean? It's always the same thing. The Venture X versus the CSR, the Platinum versus what's the other one? The or the Venture X or what have you or whatnot. So it's like you don't get a lot of fresh content until you get new guys on the scene dropping their ideas, and I just whenever I find somebody new, I try to just maybe it's bullying, but I try to give them that push. And once again, I'm super happy that you have joined the ranks, man. You just don't understand because you've given me a lot of information in my comment section, and I don't know about any. I can't speak for anyone else. But let me double check the chat because I think we've been talking. Sledge Ink
Yeah, we
Team
have.
and Abdu Holly World asks, "What if Built was backed by Chase instead of Wells Fargo?" I'll let you field that.
524 rule aside, honestly, if they were backed by Chase, like if Chase was the one distributing the card, I don't know that they'd be able to do the things they're able to do. Like Chase would put their hands. I worry that Chase would put their hands like in the rent thing, in the rent redemption, in
Mm-hmm.
some way. Not to make it worse, but like I don't know how they would handle that card particularly. 3x on dining, they'd love that. They'd slap a 5x in the Trace travel portal, or 5x in the built travel portal, or something like that. But I feel like it would just be either another redundant dining card, because every Chase card feels like it's a dining card,
Yeah.
or they'd find a way to push extra points into, hey, use the Chase travel portal. Don't use their travel portal. Use our travel portal. But I don't know. There's a lot of overlap with Chase partners. There's not a lot of overlap with other partners. But like the thing that sets Built apart is that AA Hyatt combination.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting perspective because truth be told, Chase cards to me, they're good cards. I will, I
Yeah,
will, I will always, I will say that. But for the most part, I mean, they can be a little boring. And just like you said, they have a bunch of blase dining cards. I mean, I think Chase being as large as it is, they could come out with a gas card or at least one with a decent gas category that could really turn the industry on its ear. Now, I know gas doesn't sound too sexy, but for people trying to save and trying to, get cash back or get, some aspirational travel, I think they would get some hooks into that. Their Freedom Rise, I do believe it went live on the 11th.
yep.
What are your thoughts on the Freedom Rise? Because there was a lot of speculation, and then we finally found out it's for people new to credit. It looks like it's effectively replacing the Freedom Student Card. So, how do you think that's going to affect people who are trying to optimize their Chase setup, getting into the credit card game?
It when you like grow with Chase and you get the CSP or you get the CSR and you be able to transfer those out. That's awesome. For folks like us, it's a product change card. If we just wanted a flat 1%, a 1.5% card in our arsenal, but it's a question of, well, I could get a flat 1.5 with the Freedom Rise, or I could just get the Freedom Unlimited and get the flat 1.5 and get the 3x dining and the 3x drugstores and the 5x in the Chase portal. Like, my question really with the Freedom Rise, it's great for a credit builder, but what does it mean for them unlimited? And you can say like, oh, it's those elevated categories with the Freedom Unlimited, right? But those always felt bolted on just to keep it a flat 1.5 card.
Yeah,
Or like drugstores was the differentiator, and
yeah,
dining is like the thing that Chase does. Like it's Frankenstein's monster of credit cards.
yeah.
But going back, Freedom Rise is a good card. I was hoping that it would be something like a 531 card or a 321 card or a card where like your cash back would increase the more you used it.
Like a play on that moniker.
Yeah, but you know, I don't hate the card. It's fine. It just raises questions to me of like, what is the point of the Freedom Unlimited, or are they about to change the Freedom Unlimited, make it a flat 2% card? That would be nice.
I think that would be awesome, and I think they would see a resurgence in usage from the card. Just that 0.5% that goes from active cash to custom cash, double cash. Like everybody, 2% is for sure the standard on annual fee, no annual fee cashback cards, especially since you have foreign transaction fees that are attached to that card as well.
Yeah.
So I see where you're coming from with that. Makes perfect sense. Let me head back to the chat here. So I'm
Oh
just gonna
yeah,
run
I
through
should
some
pull
of
it up.
these messages. DJ Bruce Wayne says, "I 100% agree. Why cap? Don't let ish, don't the issuers want more frequent transactions? They're collecting on every purchase, especially if you charge a fee." So he is in agreement with me of disliking the caps. Now he also says the reason why I still do not have the city custom cash card, no capping allowed. So he doesn't like the $500 caps on custom cash.
Yep.
So let's see
Um.
here.
Yeah. No. The caps never really made sense to me. That's why I've always looked at like the Freedom Flex of like I understand the card and the city custom cash. Like I understand it, but like you're limiting the amount of money that I can get as cash back. When I was team cashback, it just didn't make any sense to me. And now as team travel, like yeah, those are nice guaranteed points, but I wouldn't mind more.
All right. I hear that. You know what? Let me ask you a question. Since you're now team travel, right? Do
Yep.
you have any aspirational trips that you're trying to hoard points for or work up to?
At the moment, no. Just because I don't have a ton of points. Like it's going to be a process. Like it's going to be some subs before I can really start thinking about it. Because brand new to team travel. Like the CSR I
Oh,
mentioned was my first card. Was my first major travel card. So like if I open more, as I open more, we'll be able to do stuff. Like I'd love to be able to do like a family trip either somewhere in Europe or um weirdly like everybody has like their one Asian country they'd love to go to. For me, it's weirdly Vietnam
okay.
because I love the food. Um, but Thailand would be cool, or everybody has like their Maldives or Bali or whatever. I haven't thought that far ahead. Um, but even like just being able to pay for trips like domestically would be fine, transcontinental, and go from there. You know?
I mean, that's a good goal to shoot for. I definitely agree with that because like lately I've been doing master classes on bookings and travel redemptions. And in some cases, and this is something I never got to touch on, is that for the opportunity cost of doing a points redemption for a domestic flight. Now, mind you, us flying from here anywhere in the contiguous United States to either Alaska or Hawaii, even though it's a domestic flight, they're coming in at aspirational prices. So you can definitely, you can find sweet spots in that angle. So like I hear what you're saying, starting with domestic flights. I think you can actually do some great stuff because you, like you said, you're in New York, so you have access to airports with multiple routes. So it shouldn't be a terrible problem for you because I think you have major hubs. You're close to all three major hubs: Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia, right?
Yeah. I don't live too far away from any of them, except driving in rush hour traffic. But
Yeah.
whatever. Um, just plan my flights accordingly. Get them off of rush hour, and I should be fine. Um, yeah, I'm a lot. I try to cut those out of the videos. There's also like this new like budget airway from the developer or the guy who founded JetBlue, Breeze Airways. They fly out of my local airport.
I've been seeing them. They fly out of a local here, a local place down here too. And I saw them. They were flying out of Columbus last time I went to work there. I was starting to see them come up more and more as an upstart airline. I haven't spoken to anybody who's flown with them though.
So I haven't flown, but like their seat classifications go by nice, nicer, and nicest, which is fine. Um, like you get to look at the schedule, and like the flights can be anywhere from like $79 a ticket to for I guess nice, or like $94 for nicer, which I guess is premium economy. But the thing on their tickets that was interesting to me was like when you looked at the nicer, it was included check bag, included carry on, included personal item, like all the things that a budget airway would be like charging you for every little penny. They're just including in the ticket for their premium economy.
Wow. I
And
may have to
like
look them up.
from my local airport, now I'm like 2 hours from a larger airport that they fly out of. What is it? Hartford, Bradley.
Oh, okay.
Is it Bradley? Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
drive out to Bradley to like fly cross country to John Wayne or LAX. They have flights, those cross continental flights. Wow, I can't speak today. But like those flights out of Bradley across the country were less than $400.
That's not bad. That's
And
not
I
bad
think
at
it
all.
was in that like nicer category where your bag is included and all that other stuff. No idea about the airline itself, but like from my
Yeah.
local airport, I could fly to Charleston, I could fly to Vero Beach, I could fly to
Yeah, Vero
want to
Beach. That's
say
where they started flying. That's the local airport to me. Is Vero Beach.
okay. But yeah, I'm interested in them. Oh, and apparently early next year they're launching a card with Barclays. Could go either way.
Well, we'll have to see about that. I would definitely, I would like to see about that. So
Yeah.
wow, we've touched on a few things. Let's double check the chat
Oh yeah.
because I hear your
What do we
kids in the
got?
background. I just got home, so my kids are gonna roam my whole life. But let's see here.
Yeah, Anthony chiming in with the Freedom Rise seems like it should have been a secure card for near 99% approval. Yeah. Like we'd know even better what to do with it. But again, it's again a nice card for beginners. It's a great card for beginners for or folks who have had credit cards. We're not the target audience for that card. Um, let's see. Show just chimed in a little while ago. What's up with this random guy in a Tesla? I swear I remember a guy named Anthony Venture that does this.
See, show just. I think I might try not to do a lot in the car because I know that's Anthony's thing. It looks like Fanta's
Hold
got into
on.
the chat. Normally says I go live when he's asleep, so I'm happy that he's here.
DJ Bruce Wayne chime in and the revamp of premium travel card. Chase, you can do this. Yeah, they absolutely can. They should. I offered like two changes or changes to the CSP and the CSR, making those pick your own 5X categories and then 1X everything else because in my dream world, I made the CFU a 2X card. So you'd always have at least 2X.
Yeah, I think that's what the Chase trifecta is missing is that basement 2X that even though the Amex trifecta, the traditional one, is like 10 times more expensive, that 2X is just going to bring everybody in. As
Yeah.
a blanket, even if I don't think about it, I'm getting 2X. I just feel like they need to do it. Hopefully, with the Freedom Rise, that will encourage them to do so. But then they got to do something with the flex. Because if you change the CFU, you got to do something with the flex, even though they have the rotating categories that are capped. Maybe make that a 1.5. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I offered a bad idea with that and just said, hey, cancel it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Discontinue the Freedom Flex. And then like that gives you that 5X category flexibility to give to the CSP or the CSR.
Yeah, they need to do something with the CSP.
They need to do something with both.
Yeah.
The CSP is just 2X travel, 3X dining, 3X select streaming, which it's all the same streaming. Like both
And
of
the
those
online
cards
grocery.
need help. Oh, and the online grocery, yeah, which is
Yeah.
absolute garbage. Um, what else was there? Oh, yeah, and things like the CSP, you should be able to get into the Sapphire Lounge on that one.
Absolutely. Because it looks like with the CSP CSR, you can get in the Sapphire lounges, but some of them, if they're priority pass lounges, you can actually get in quicker with an Amex, with your priority pass membership, than you can with a card that's actually issued by the people who run it, which is crazy.
Yeah. What did we just have? They
MR's in the
had
building. Tito. Thanks for
MR.
coming through, Tito.
Oh, Tito. And Sledge is pushing his new CEO position at First Premier Bank with the card that he highlighted in his most recent video with their 36% APR.
Oh, that is
See,
trash.
MR, I love MR. Should have been meaner to Chase in your video, Matt. They deserve it. Yeah, but who am I but a lowly guy on the internet? You guys just keep pushing them. I'm at the very beginning. Some of y'all could get a little harsher. Just saying. You have to give kudos to Chase for opening the threshold for the beginner market that Capitalism One has. Watch out, Cap One Chase is coming for you guys. Yeah. Chase should just buy Credit One from MR. That's just mean. That is just mean, MR.
Oh God. Oh,
Poor
that's
Richie would be out of a job.
he should. Me and Richie live in the same city. Met him by
Yeah,
total
he mentioned
chance.
like Vero Beach Review.
Yeah, I met him on the credit community Discord. We get to chatting, and turns out he's on the north end. I'm at the south end. We live in the exact same city. I haven't met in person yet. I'm gonna try to set something up. So I have asked you questions. I want to thank you 1,000,000% for participating in this. I think this has been a great collaboration. I hope that we can collaborate again. And for everybody listening, I'm going to be putting Matt's channel info in the description of this video. I will pin a comment with it as well. We definitely want to push small creators. Matt has been an integral part of the credit community. Please come out and show him some love. He's working on videos at my urging and Anthony's urging, and I really sincerely think he's going to be going somewhere in a hurry. So Matt, did you have any last words or any questions or anything you want to address in the chat before we wrap?
Let's give the chat one last. Oh, you did mention like Chase should be coming out with a major gas card. Like, if they came out with an EV only card, how quickly would you sign up for it?
Let me lightning fast. I
Okay.
sincerely would, because right now my Blue Business Plus handles all my Tesla supercharging, because it's a no brainer. It's 2 points, and anything I do on my car is business. So that's definitely what I have now. Is that the best? No, you got cards that go up to 5%. I think you have U.S. Bank cards. A couple of the credit union cards also have 5% cash back on EV charging. But as of right now, that's what's doing the trick. If Chase came with one, especially with the EV push, I think they would clean up just for the novelty. Just
Yep.
getting people in that niche, they would clean up. Because I would start gardening, and they would get me to behave with my inquiries and actually try.
You heard it here first. If Chase actually comes out with an EV charging card, Chad will actually garden.
I
There you
will.
go. Sledge
Carrots,
won't.
zucchinis, No, he won't. He doesn't care about the rules at all.
No, he'll get his 47th Amex card and just go from there.
Yeah, he will. I believe it 1,000%.
Um, no, but like final thoughts. Just hey, feel free to stop on by. I've got two full length videos. I'm dropping shorts right now just to experiment with those a little bit.
Mhm.
Today was on Avianca. Yesterday was Built. Day before was the Chase. Your obligatory. Here's your Chase 5X categories. Um, those are just going to be like, hey, I found one nugget of information, whether it's Doctor of Credit, upgraded points, whatever. Just like highlight one thing.
Yeah, that's
I think
definitely
tomorrow will be
definitely need that.
the Delta elevated offers, which I'm sure you saw those. The Delta cards are up to like 100,000 Sky Miles or something like that on some
Yeah,
of their
there.
cards.
I was in Atlanta Airport, and they have those. Plus, they have the in-airport specials. A lot of people don't know about it, but if you apply for the card in the gate, they actually give you elevated offers right on the spot. That
So
is very common
basically,
if you pass through the Atlanta airport.
if you want an Amex, if you want a Delta card, go to Hartsfield Jackson.
That's it. That's the place to be.
There you go.
But all right, Matt. Hey, man. Once again, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you 1,000,000%. I know it was short notice. I do this just the way I operate. 9 times out of 10, when I go live, you're the one who lets people know, because I
Yep.
don't let anyone know. So I just want to thank you 1,000,000% for coming through, taking time out to share this time with me, and being on this broadcast. And I wish you health, wealth, and nothing but prosperity. And I'm pretty sure we're probably going to end up doing this again. So I
Oh,
just want to
probably.
thank you. I definitely just want to thank you again. And I hope everybody in the chat room thanks you, because you deserve it. You're starting at a great spot. You're putting out great stuff. And I appreciate everything that you offer to the credit card game, man.
Thanks very much. And when you drop your lives, I'll always hype you. I'll hype Cal. I'll hype. Now I'm just naming other creators, but no, in the Discord, in the Anthony Venture Discord, I'm always hyping everybody out. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
come by,
Absolutely.
stick around.
All
All right,
right.
Matt
Well,
Fender. Enjoy,
all
guys.
right. All right, you guys, you have a good night. I'm going to let Matt get to his kids. I'm going to go get to mine. And you guys take it easy. This is yet another live. I love doing these things. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap, and I will see you guys later. Wait a minute. Before I wrap up this live, would you like to say hello to the audience? No, not so much.
Sorry, Mrs. Money Minutes. I'm not Anthony.
The missus says she'll catch us next time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, she just walked by.
All right, guys.
But all right, man. I'll take it. I'll catch you next time. Salute. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. You have a good one, and good luck with all your creations.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother.
Talk to you soon. Thanks.